Today. That's crazy.
I'll be
Ahead
here
of the
the whole
holiday, the
time.
Red Cross is asking people to donate blood. Holly Baker is the Regional Communications Manager for the American Red Cross of Illinois. Holly, thank you so much for being with us here tonight.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so most important question always is, why is blood donation so important right now and around the holidays?
Blood donation throughout the entire year is so important, but during holiday weeks, we tend to see a decrease in people donating, about 21%. Like, we see a big decline, and less donors translates into less blood supply. And people in the hospital who need blood, well, that never goes on vacation. The need for blood is constant. So we really need people to make an effort to try to come out and either give blood now, do it later, just do it whenever you can, because we need people to roll up a sleeve and give blood to help save lives.
That's right. And it's important to repeat that message. And of course, in the context of earlier this year, you really had a crisis here. Red Cross really declaring a blood shortage, a national level crisis. How'd you get out of that? How does that stand as to where we are now halfway through the year?
Well, in January, I'm sure you remember, we had a really severe blood crisis across the country, and people showed up. People signed up to give blood, and the blood supply stabilized. But the thing about the blood supply is that it is always vulnerable. We want to have at least a 5-day supply of blood on the shelves, and that's really hard to do. And the only way that we'll get there is if people come out and give blood and they make it a regular thing. If you're eligible to donate blood, consider making it just part of your life. The average person can donate multiple times a year. So don't just think of it as a one-time thing. Think of it as something that you're going to make a part of your life, you know, something that you're going to incorporate into your life or your family's life, because you could help save people's lives just by taking an hour out of your day.
Holly, I know from seeing you at hurricane response scenes in the past that is a big concern, and a big thing for the Red Cross in the summer is responding to hurricane disasters. So leading up to that, is there any efforts to get more blood drives going?
Well, yeah, I mean, always we're looking for people who might be willing to consider hosting a blood drive. If you have a workspace or an office space, or you have connections, maybe you have a faith-based community and has a space to host a blood drive, consider signing up to do that. You can go to redcrossblood.org and take the steps necessary to look into see if you'd be a good fit for hosting a blood drive. So it's definitely something that you can need to consider. Hurricane season, you know, we're actually getting ready for that as well. And one thing that can always help, no matter where you are in the country, is making sure the blood supply is maintained. So if you can find it in your heart to make an appointment and give blood, it's so impactful for people here and people across the country.
And very, very briefly here, you know, the information is pretty much out there, but what information do you need to know or have before you give blood? Who can give blood? What if I have a condition? What if I'm taking prescription medicine? What about some of those situations?
Sure. I mean, the safety of both the people who receive the blood and the people who give the blood is so important. So if you have any questions about your eligibility, if you're not sure, you can go online to redcrossblood.org and you can take a look at all of those eligibility requirements. If you want to talk to somebody and just have them walk you through some of those requirements, you can call 1-800-RED CROSS, and we will help you make sure that you are eligible and help you get that appointment. And if it turns out that you can't donate blood, maybe you could consider hosting a blood drive. You can encourage your friends and family to give in place of you. So even if you aren't able to give, there's really a lot of things you can do to make sure that we have a healthy blood supply and help save lives year round.
And Holly, if there's not any sort of active planned blood drive happening around people, how can they go in to sign up to just give blood to the American Red Cross?
So we have so many blood drives going on all the time, and you can find one near you by going to redcrossblood.org, type in your zip code to see upcoming drives near you and make an appointment. We also have our fixed site in the Greater Chicago office headquarters that is open 7 days a week. So that's right in the city. But from the city to the suburbs, we have blood drives happening all the time. And we definitely need people to come out and fill those appointments. So even if you are taking a trip, if you have holiday plans, consider making an effort to get that appointment in before or after the holiday or whenever you can, because people in the hospital, people receiving treatment for cancer, people who've gone through trauma, they're relying on us to donate blood. So go to redcrossblood.org and make it happen.
All such important points. Holly Baker from the American Red Cross, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us here tonight, and donate blood if you can.
All right, Holly.
Thank you guys so much.
You bet.